Let's talk about what the situation seems to be from your LP standpoint, because a lot has happened in the last 6 months. You've had a Brexit, you've had Donald Trump making his way to the White House, you've got Janet Yellen looking at increasing rates. Lots changing, lots happening. How does it change the funding dynamics?
You know, I have just come back from the US. I'm on the advisory board and met a lot of my LPs. I think, India as a market is still a great alternative for LPs. I think the uncertainty that you referred to actually is true everywhere. It's not just India. And the other thing that I think is, other big reality is that I think we've got used to something or the other happening. And I think that really is the fundamental reality of any economy today. So I think the biggest challenge as far as LP's view about India is concerned is really exit and liquidity. I think if we are able to answer that, I don't think we will have any shortage of money. So from demonetization perspective, the jury is still out whether it's good, bad, whether it was executed properly or not. But irrespective of that, we are long-term capital, and therefore, as general partners and as people running funds, I think our perspective is going to influence the LPs. And our perspective, at least my perspective, is India will emerge as a very strong economy. It may take time, but it always did, and it always will. But it is fundamentally very strong. So just let me talk about the consumption story, right? Everybody is now saying that the GDP will actually come down. The GDP actually came down in the last regime, in the last 2 years of the last regime, but money still came into the country. Also, the premise of the consumption growth is that the huge middle class is starting to consume, right? So demonetization will impact it for the short run because of lack of employability, lack of earnings, etc., etc. But the fundamental thing is that the genie is out of the bottle as far as consumption is concerned. You are not going to put it back very easily. So I think you have to weather this for the next 2-3 years. If the general partners believe that India is a great economy, I think the LPs will follow.